Vinted reselling is absolutely massive, and in my opinion, it is the best way to make quick, reliable money without having large capital to work with in 2024 going into 2025. Vinted is the largest marketplace in Europe, and literally a quarter of the people in the UK are using Vinted. What this means is there's going to be so many items going up for so cheap. Due to the massive amount of people on the app, everyone isn't going to be able to know exactly what to be listing things for, and steals are getting more and more regular. For example, if your mum was to get some old clothes out of your wardrobe and stick them on Vinted, she's going to have nowhere near the knowledge of the value of the items, meaning she's probably going to put them up a lot cheaper than they should be, meaning someone else can go over to Vinted, buy the item, present it nicely, take some good photos, and make a lot of money. If you're able to do this on several items every single day, you're going to be making a lot more than you would expect. So in this video, I'm going to run through the top 5 biggest reasons why you need to get started now, and also give you some massive top tips along the way. Before we get started, I am going to mention my course. It's the top link in the description. I'm not going to bang on about it, but there's a community, massive amounts of information, videos running through 6 phases of getting you started and guaranteeing you making money. So if you are interested, click the link in the description. So reason number 1 is it's accessible to everyone. All you have to do is have a Vinted account to get started, maybe a Depop and an eBay if you want to diversify where you're selling things, but it's really easy. Download it in the App Store and you can instantly start buying things. It's not like drop shipping or Amazon FBA where there's massive amounts of time and input that you have to do before you've even started to make a single pound. The second reason is you can do it alongside something else. A lot of side hustles aren't actually side hustles, and they're massively time consuming. If you've got a day job, or if you're at school, if you're at university, you're not going to be able to do these side hustles on the side because it's practically more work than a full-time job, whereas you can literally pick the scale you do Vinted reselling on. You could take it full-time very easily and quite quickly as well, just by buying more, spending more time buying, processing, selling. It's going to take up more time, but if you only want to make a couple of £100 a week on the side of whatever you're doing already, then it's really easy to manage that to a particular scale. For example, just pick up a few things a day and spend less time doing it. There's no real restrictions. The ball's really in your court with what you decide to do and the direction you want to take it. The third massive thing that is so good about Vinted reselling is there's masses of niches that you can resell from. And if you become an expert, when I say expert, I just mean quite knowledgeable on a particular niche, and you focus on that niche, that's one of the best things you can do. You're going to be able to know what things sell for more than other people because you're going to have that direct knowledge relating to a niche. Now I'll give you a couple of examples of this. I Vinted resell, I just focus on Nike shoes. That's what I know. I know the prices, I could scroll through and instantly know what's going to profit for me. Whereas I know a lot of people that say only focus on Ralph Lauren or only focus on outdoor wear. Outdoor wear is honestly a massive one. Patagonia, Rab, Mountain Hardware, if you just focus on them, you're going to make a good enough income because every single time you're scrolling, there's going to be new items going up. There's guaranteed to be profit, and that's just on outdoor jackets, say. I know people that focus on teddy bears or toys, and just by niching down, it means they know their market and they're able to squeeze the most amount of money out of particular items. So if there's already something you're interested in or something you're looking to get into, then I'd literally just stick to that specific niche, at least for the meantime, while you start to grow and expand your business. The fourth reason why Vinted reselling is so good is it is a fairly untapped market. Now, it's not like you're going to be the first one discovering it and the only one trying to pick up steals on Vinted, but when you compare it to something like drop shipping, which practically everyone would know about if you were to ask them what drop shipping is. If you were to ask the regular person about it, they're probably not going to know what Vinted reselling is. So if you get on it now, you will probably be ahead of the curve in terms of getting started. And if you've already got an established business model by the time other people are getting started, then it's going to make it really hard for them to knock you off that top spot. Fifth and final reason is there's no overheads as such. For example, I do this from my university bedroom. Back when I was reselling vintage clothing through wholesale, I was paying hundreds and hundreds of pounds every single month for a big warehouse space. You got the electricity on that. You got loads of different things. Whereas if you're literally just reselling from your bedroom, from your parents' garage, or from your living room where you got a bit of space, there's really, honestly, no overheads. I can't think of any. Obviously, you've got your phone, which you're going to need, but pretty much if you're watching this video, you're going to have a phone anyway. So I generally can't think of anything you're going to have to buy to get started or overheads costs that you're going to face. which makes it an incredibly good business model. And you can just use that money to reinvest into stock and keep growing your business to a higher level. So that's all it is for this one. If you start now, this is the best time. It's Q4, which is the fourth quarter of the year, and profits are going to be the highest. People are buying the most. A lot of people will be selling stuff on Vinted to free up some money for Christmas. So it's a great time for picking up steals as well. If you did like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and the community is the top link in the description. Cheers.